Hey everybody, bringing you the Bandai SH Figuarts Shenron from Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball, or Dragon Ball Super. Either way, he's in the Dragon Ball series. So, let's get started. First, the figure is gigantic, but scale-wise, he obviously doesn't suit what you're going to do unless you're going to do perspective shots, or you're going to do something outside of him standing next to Dragon Ball characters, which is basically going to be off-centered, or photos just involving him where he is the centerpiece, or group shots. Mainly because Shenron is, considering the series, he's gigantic. So the simple fact that you would want him to be in scale with characters is going to be impossible for this right now. But the character is pretty dope, and it's great that we got him after years of waiting and first releases and retooling and redesigns. We finally have it, and it's really nice. I'm going to take him off his base and I'll show you piece by piece that he is absolutely gorgeous and stunning. It's molded and sculpted really well, and there's a lot of parts to him. So first I want to do is I'm going to coil him up, and I'm going to talk about his base. Now, the base is really cool because the base actually is on 3 different prongs, and I'm going to run this down by you guys. So you actually get bases that you can actually remove and rotate pieces. So you get 2 of these, one for the smaller base, one for the medium base, and then there's the tall base. You can actually get the prongs here, and you get these, the clip. You can actually rotate these immediately amongst Shenron, and there's going to be 3 latches upon where you can put it. So there's a top, the middle, and the bottom. Actually, there's 4 latches. I didn't even notice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in those indentations, you can have where you want to put it. So you can have it at the far end. You can take it off, which sometimes get a little tricky, so you're going to just try to gently remove it, and if not, you're going to apply a little force. Even now, as I try to do it, I struggle a little because I don't want to break anything, but you're going to lift up. I usually leave mine on the second prong, and if you can see here, the indentations where you slotted it. I have mine on the second prong, and it can rotate still. So there's a smaller one, there's this one, and then there's a bottom base, which gives you 4 pieces. You can actually put these wherever you want. And again, you have to be careful because it applies and you're going to need a little bit of force. Wiggle it out. So you can put them in any one of the 5. Same thing for the tall centerpiece base. These are all really, really nice. And they fit really well for the Shenron, and they hold the weight. Then you have the smaller piece. And I'm going over the accessories first before I go over the body. You have the bottom power base where you lay down Dragonballs, and where Shenron tails appears from the bottom from. Because we all know Shenron is going to come from there. Then you have the Dragonballs. Now, the thing about the Dragonballs is that they, obviously in our mock, they're being used at this point. There are 2 sides to it. One where you'll see the prongs of the balls that point up. Those go into the base, and the obviously regular side. So what you do is you match the ones with the balls that go down. You gently place them in so they have a home to go into. And voila, they sit really nicely in there. I like the way it looks. It sits really nicely. And also, if you have the base, you can just lay it right there. It's really nice. And the reason why I went over the base first is because obviously you want to do that before. Normally, I don't even go over bases at all. And the reason why is because Shenron is actually pretty big. Now, I folded him and coiled him up to the point where you can actually see him all in one photo because he is coiled. But as far as lengthwise, he's actually seriously really, really long. And I'm going to take him apart real fast from the one curvaceous piece so we can talk about the head. Now, you get the whiskers, which is actually really dope. And they come out actually very easily. You can just pluck them right out. Boop. It's like plucking a hair off of anything. That's really easy to do it. I don't have a good comparison right now. Don't judge me. But the neck is actually, this is where the most bit of articulation is, in the neck. And you do the most points of articulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So including the neck. So you can actually rotate it many different ways. You can rotate it all the way around. And obviously you want it to match the skin tone of the bottom, but you can actually do it in a bunch of different ways. So that way, you know, it doesn't have to always match up with the neck. But I know there are people who are going to aim for accuracy, and that's totally fine. But considering he doesn't scale, I think you can live and let live a little. The mouth part does open. It's really sculpted so well. When I say this head sculpt is really, really done well, it's really surprisingly done well. The fins are pretty soft, so you don't have to worry about hurting yourself like in SH Monster Arts. Because they said SHF took the time to go, hey, You know, children might play with this. They may hurt themselves. Even the hair on the neck, or the face, I should say, is soft too. And the antlers are soft as well. So it's all pretty cool. The tongue can actually come out a little. It doesn't go out really far, but it always sticks at the bottom part of the mouth. So please be careful. And then what I want you guys to be careful with is that these lock up at interlocking joints. There's a new joint mechanism here. And as you can see, there's a small indentation. So you want it to match it when you go inside of the body here. So you want it to match and lock up. That way you don't have to worry about pieces coming out. As you can see on my Shenron, he locks up pretty well to the point where I don't have to worry about pieces falling out. So that's actually really cool. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Also, it's pretty cool that the arms actually have SH Figuarts articulation. So you can actually pull the arm out and you can have it come down. And it's actually the same on the lower part of the arms as well too. And they're double jointed. The hands have little ball joints. So you can actually do little silly jokes like my boy Chainsaw does, where he swaps hands. So I don't know if you guys can see all this, because this is actually out to take in, but he actually coils out really, really far. So you can actually, if you really wanted to, you can go out and do a collage shot, and it's really done really, really well. I mean, Shenron is actually really dope. Hands down, I gotta say, this is something that was done completely different, and I'm enjoying every single part of it, where it's just looking really cool. So the stand actually holds weight really well, to the point where I really don't have to use the stand for all three parts. I just choose to, but it actually holds everything really, really well. Even now, like, it's not holding all three, and he is standing just fine. So voila. So just like that, Shenron is looking dope. He's looking like he's coming out of the Dragonballs, and his tail fits just fine at the bottom. I kind of want to take a picture now, but I can't because I'm reviewing. So even next to Goku standing here with the Dragonballs, and I'm going to zoom out for you guys, and I'm going to position him. But if Goku was just looking at Shenron here, position-wise, it could still look really dope as he looks down at Goku. So perspective-wise, you can still get and do what you aim for if you take the photo correctly. So as far as this being a centerpiece or whatever it is going to be in your collection, I think it'll work for photos. I think it'll work standalone. I think it'll just work in general for doing whatever it is you want to do. Shenron is completely and utterly dope, and I don't think there's anything that should stop you from buying this, not even a price point. He retails at about between 110, 120 bucks, depending on where you're buying from and shipping, because the box is actually gigantic. I'll do it actually, for once, I'll take a picture of a box at the end of the video to show you how big it is. So yeah, it's really done well. I don't think there's a size comparison that would even matter that I did it to, but as you can see, this is Goku standing at the bottom of the base, and he is nowhere near compared to him, so I just want you to see that. Yeah, I really am enjoying it, and I'm dragging on and mumble at this point, but I can honestly say this is really dope. It really, really is. And like I said, the bottom legs also have the articulation like a normal SHF, and it's really dope. I'm just a huge fan of it. I'm looking forward to Shenron. I hope you guys looking forward to the Shenron pictures, because I honestly have no ideas on what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try to do something different for once. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. Wow. Be good. Do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.